Rec Tech family, Chef Greg here with you today. Today we're making lobster macaroni and cheese. You heard me right, lobster mac. In our cast iron pan, I've got about 2 ounces of butter. I'm gonna go ahead and add a 1/4 cup of flour, and we're gonna make a roux here. And a roux is, again, equal parts fat and flour. We'll let that melt and get happy. And once that melts, we'll add some, we've got 2 ounces of shallots. We're gonna add a little bit of garlic. And we're gonna let that cook for about 3-4 minutes or so, and then we'll go ahead and add some milk. So I went ahead and cooked the lobster. This is a 2-pound lobster. I'm gonna show you how to get all the meat out of it. So all of what you see here came out of this guy. It doesn't look like a lot, so there's some good tricks, and we'll show you how to do that. So first, just pull your claws off. Now to remove the tail, kind of give it a little twist. Perfect. And then what we'll do is we will cut this down the back. And if you want, you could take these, you could grill those like that. They'd be delicious. Now there's a lot of flavor in these shells, so if you're making lobster bisque, you can steep the shells in some cream. It'll be fantastic. So the best way to get the claw is pull the pincher off, and again, that cartilage will come right out. And so you don't get a lobster bath, cover the claw with a towel or paper towel, take the back of a knife, pop it, and again, that claw will pop right open. You can pull that meat out, and again, now you have that perfect claw right there. And again, with this knuckle here, cover it with a towel, pop it with the back of a knife. So there's that knuckle in one piece. Okay. Now you'll notice one claw is bigger than the other because one is kind of the crusher claw and one's is the kind of the more of the rip and as it feeds itself. So again, this claw should be a little bit bigger. Boom, there you go, all in one piece. So this is a great way, again, lobster's kind of expensive. You can get that lobster flavor and not have to break the bank. Okay. Now, chef tip here, you can take these feeler legs, lay them out, get a rolling pin, start at the kind of the pincher end, and work your way out, and you'll end up like a little lobster noodle. It's really kind of interesting. So what we're going to do is we're going to give this a quick little rough chop, and this is all going to go in the macaroni and cheese. Our roux is starting to sizzle and bubble and look wonderful. And you're going to leave nice big chunks of lobster in there. Fantastic. So to our pot here, we're going to add 2 cups of milk. This is going to start to make our sauce. We'll let that come to a simmer. We'll also add 1 cup of heavy cream. And once this comes to a simmer, it'll get nice and thick. The noodles we're using for this is cavatappi, so it's like a really nice corkscrew. And you want to use a noodle that's got a lot of sides, and definitely you want to use some sort of, elbow or noodle that has a hole in the inside so that that sauce can get in the middle. And we've went ahead and cooked this for about 8 to 10 minutes until it's nice and al dente. Now once our cream sauce comes to a boil, we're going to turn the heat off, and the cheese we're going to add here, we have 2 different types of cheese. We have a breadcrumbs, which is a really rich, delicious cheese. It literally tastes like butter. It's fantastic. And then to bring some like sharp acidity, we're going to put in some sharp white cheddar. And that's going to give the cheese sauce a nice punch. That's going to counteract the sweetness of the breadcrumbs and the lobster quite nice. Okay, we're almost to a simmer. We're going to add a tablespoon of mustard. And again, that Dijon mustard's got some white wine in there, some really good flavor. So this will take just a second to simmer, and then we'll go ahead and build it. All right, so our sauce is good and thick. we're gonna go ahead and add our cheese. I turned the heat down so this doesn't break. You wanna make sure your temperature's really low, and since that cream is good and hot, this cheese will melt. So we have 16 ounces of Buderkaas. So just add about half of that, give it a good stir. Okay, we'll add the rest. We have our white cheddar. This is 8 ounces. This was freshly grated sharp white cheddar. This is going to be tasty. You can see how nice and thick that is. Okay. We'll add a little bit of black pepper. Just a pinch of salt. We'll go ahead and add in the meat of our 2 lobsters. And I'm going to change over from the whisk here to a spoon, just makes it a little bit easier. Okay. We've got about a tablespoon of fresh parsley. All right, and we have our noodles that we pre-cooked. This is a pound of the cavatappi. And we've got our pan here that we went ahead and sprayed with Pam so nothing sticks. And you just want to kind of fold this around and incorporate that sauce, the noodles, and the lobster. This smells stupid tasty. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get this in here. Okay. And to really take this over the top, we're going to add in about a half a cup of breadcrumbs on the top. We have our RT680 preheated to 350 degrees. We're going to go ahead and bake this for about 35, 40 minutes until it's good and bubbly. That crust has gotten golden brown and delicious. So we'll go ahead and see you at the RecTech. So here we have our lobster macaroni and cheese. We baked it for about 45 minutes. It's good and bubbly and crispier on the outside. And I am going to forego the roof of my mouth for the satisfaction of eating this. So pick up some lobsters, try to make some macaroni and cheese, and I promise you will be the hit of the party with this dish here. Mmm. That is fantastic and hot at the same time. I think I just lost the roof of my mouth, but I got a big old pan of macaroni and cheese to eat. Give it a try.